Okay, now we're on. All right. How's the food, gang? Really good. Woo, yum, yum. Mm-hmm. Good, good. Yum, yum. All right. So tonight, I want to talk to you about having your cake and eat it too. All right? There's no reason to not enjoy life. There's no reason to not enjoy all the gifts and all the fun and all the pleasures that God has given us through food and through life. The problem is that when we think we can do better, that's when we mess it up. And as some of you have seen on my poster here, you were made to be healthy, right? And if you were grass and you were healthy, what color would you be? Green. That's normal. That's how it's supposed to be. That's what's been promised to you. So I want to encourage you that if you feel like you've lost hope or this hasn't been a good year for you, this next year can be amazing. This next month can be amazing. It doesn't have to be the end. Or last year doesn't have to be like, or this year doesn't have to be like last year. Our focus coming up in January is going to be a new you. Not that the you right now is a bad thing, but can you be better? Do you want to be better? Well, how are you going to get there? In less time and more fun. So you were made to be green grass, right? Healthy, strong, in the image of God. Now, here's the thing though. If I step on your garden hose that goes to your grass, what happens to your grass? It turns brown. Now, is that grass supposed to be brown?
No.
No. Something's wrong, right? But somehow we've kind of got in the habit of just accepting that it's brown. It's always going to be brown. Oh well, fine, whatever. And we just kind of live in a world or a life or a body or a relationship or a home just as kind of brown grass. The sad news is if I stay on the hose, what's going to eventually happen to the grass?
Yeah.
It's going to turn to dirt. And we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want dirt relationships. We want a dirt body. We don't want dirt health. We don't want dirt organs. We want a green grass life because that's what you've been promised. Now, if I get off the hose and I get enough water going back to your grass, what does your grass have to do? So it's not Dr. Joe's word or faith or power, or it's not that Dr. Joe's a freak or a fan. We just simply keep the pressure off the hose so that everything that we've been promised can get to our grass, get to our body, get to our relationships. So everything I teach you is based on that principle. And we're going to talk about things tonight. You know, none of this food you're eating right now and this dessert is going to cause you to go to brown grass. Can I hear a woohoo? Woo-hoo. So literally, you can sit as much as you want and eat as much of this as you want. You may eventually get tired and go, I don't want anymore, right? And you're going to be satisfied. You're not going to keep craving it for the next 4 days, right? You eat it and you get on with it, right? So I really want to talk about how to have your cake and eat it too so that you can enjoy life. Everybody say enjoy life.
Enjoy life.
If you're not enjoying life, then we got to find out why. And find out what's being pinched and unpinched it so you can get back to green grass, okay? So here's a little bit about me. We help a lot of athletes around the world become green grass so they can have success in gold medals. We've done a lot of traveling over the last couple of years, and we volunteer our time so that we can take this health and healing. I can go out and prove it at the Olympics and bring it back to you and say, look, everything I want to do for them, I'm going to do for you. This stuff works. If it didn't work, then why are they winning gold medals? If it didn't work, why are they winning championships? By simply doing what I'm teaching you. So it works. You just can't lose hope. This is my family. We're going on 26 years of marriage. We haven't killed any of these kids yet. I do tell them, though, that they make me crazy, but they're my crazy. And I love them that way, okay? And if any of you have kids, teens or 20s, you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay? But again, this is a green grass family. And again, the same thing I want you to do and learn is the same thing we do. And have fun with it. We're not perfect. By all means, we're not perfect, okay? Life hits us just as hard. We have issues. Crap happens. But if you focus on the green grass, then you eventually will come back to green grass, right? But if you always focus on the brown grass, then that's why you stay there and you're stuck there. And again, right now, there's a lot of kids that are going to maybe go without gifts this Christmas. You guys have already blessed us a lot with Christmas toys. If you haven't yet, I encourage you to please bring some toys by up until this Thursday. If you do, we have a coupon for 10% off all the product we have, so you can get a blessing that way. And we have gift cards for your friends that allows them to come in on their first visit, and it's $40. Get exam, x-rays, everything there, all right? So, and again, this month, our goal is to put an end to unnecessary suffering. So if you're like, hey, that's me, I'm suffering unnecessary, great, I have solutions for you. But not just me, but Maximize Living, there's literally 500 offices across the country. So if you have a loved one in Dallas, or Austin, Texas, or in California, or in Chicago, you're like, wow, they really need this. I'm fine, but they need this, right? Then you go to the Maximize Living website, type in the zip code, and we can find a Maximize Living doctor near them. Or have them come out and stay with you for a month, and we'll take care of them here, okay? So it's confusing trying to stay green grass, right? Because I've been to hospitals, I've seen signs like this, okay? Cafeteria, restrooms, McDonald's.
All right.
Now, what is that doing there? You know what I'm saying? That doesn't belong there, right? I mean, we all know that McDonald's doesn't belong in a hospital, right?
Making you sick so you can stay.
Well, maybe, but then what happened to Little Debbie, though, over the years? Have any of you not seen this post? I like this slide, so I use it a lot, right?
We need it on that fridge.
You need it on your fridge? Okay. If you go to Google Little Debbie and hit images, that'll be on there for you, right? Right. But again, this is kind of what's happened, right? Little Debbie here at one time was green grass. And then she ate too much of her own product, and now she's little diabetes. So this doesn't have to happen to you. None of you are going to get diabetes from what you ate here tonight. And it's dessert, for Pete's sakes, right? You can't do this. You just didn't know about it. And so here's the thing. I'm going to start, you're going to hear me really harp on this as I'm getting ready for 2015 already, is that if that scale moves towards 0, that doesn't guarantee you're going to get healthy. That doesn't guarantee you're going to live longer. The only thing it may mean is that you'll only eat 4 pallbearers instead of 6 pallbearers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
Maybe you have to order a less smaller coffin or whatever. So the thing is that taking that scale and trying to lose weight, thinking that's going to make you happy, isn't really going to make you healthy. But if I want to help you get confidence and get a new you going, you start feeling like eating grass, you're not going to care. And basically, it's no longer about skinny; it's about how healthy you are. I want you to get healthy, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. That's my goal for 2015. I'm studying really hard about what do I have to do or not do to help you become and reach your full potential. I can tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to harp on you and shame you and beat you up and say sugar's going to kill you, what's wrong with you, why? That doesn't work. I tried that for the first 15, 18, 19 years of practice, and it really didn't. No one can sustain change because kindness leads to repentance. But what is it? What do you want? Where do you want to go? Let's get there. And at your speed, your time. I really want to be I want this to become a life transformation center. I don't want people just to say, oh, my back pain's gone. I want your friends going, who are you? What has happened to you? What are you doing? And maybe it's happening right now. I don't know. But I want you to completely transform and become that green grass that God promised you can be, okay? And so you have to get up every morning and tell yourself, you can do this. You can do this every morning. The battle begins in the mind. The victory starts in your mind. If you don't think you can, guess what? You can't. But if you think you can, it's possible, then you will. I don't know when you will. I don't know how long it's going to take, but you will. And that's the important thing. So, strong is the new skinny. I wish I could just lose 10 pounds, Dr. Joe. Then my life would be happy. My kids would love me. They'd obey me. My dog would love me. Everything would be great. My boss would quit picking on me. If I could just lose 10 pounds, guess what? Not going to happen. So I really want you to feel strong. That's why we do workouts on Saturday. That's why I want you eating this and not having any guilt. Anybody feel guilty about what they just ate? No, don't feel guilty. If not, we'll pray over you and we'll release that, okay? Don't feel guilty. Enjoy it. Have fun. Have some more before you leave, okay? And again, don't ignore this picture, because I can't even do that. I tried that last night, about broke my back. You are what you make yourself, though. That's what I want you to understand. Where you are right now is what you've made yourself into. Not your husband, not your kids, not your wife, not your dog, you. Not your parents. You. When you look in the mirror, you point your finger at yourself or someone else, you got 3 more pointing back at you, and I feel the same way. But you can make yourself strong. You can make yourself healthy, happy, fit, sexy, unstoppable, strong. You can make yourself that way. But you have to have the right map. Okay, I talked about this in the past. But if I give Kathy, I almost said Judy, if I give Kathy the map of California and I say find Denver, right? and we all raise billions of dollars for help her find Denver in California, are we ever going to succeed? Are we ever going to find a cure? No. Let's all wear red T-shirts, right? Let's get a little thing. We'll get the whole NBA Basketball Association to wear red shirts in honor of Kathy trying to find Denver in California, right? Are you ever going to find a cure? Now, you may be sincere, but again, sincerity doesn't win the game. Having the right map wins the game, okay? Now, if I give you a map of Denver, and I give you a map of Colorado, and I tell you to find Denver, I'll give good money to that cause, because eventually we're going to win, we're going to have a cure. Or you're going to be at green grass. That's what we want to find. So again, you make what you make of it. So stop saying, I wish I could do that. I wish I could have this. I wish I could be like Mrs. Harvey. Me too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get this when I can, right? But I will make a change. I will make a difference. Now, if I did give you the right map, and you're in, let's say you're in Colorado Springs, and you see you got to go north to Denver on I-25. Let's say you even go 10 miles an hour. Will you eventually make it to Denver, though? Yeah. So it's not about a fast thing. You don't have to go 100 miles an hour. Eventually, I promise you, though, if you go a little bit each day, you will make it to Denver. I promise you, you have to, right? So again, I will make it. I will do this. So here's the thing. What are your thoughts? What is your eating? What are your workouts? What's your posture saying to your body that's making brown grass or making green grass? The reason why I did dessert tonight, which is stressed spelled backwards, okay? Kathy checks my spelling and everything, is that I want to show you that you can go to a party, put all this stuff out there, not be the weirdo, but actually be the top. Everybody wants your recipe, right? Because it's real food. You will gain more friends on Facebook because of these cookies here, right? So what are all these things telling you? That's what I want you to understand, is if you're at brown grass, it's one of these things that's being choked off, not anything else. So here's the things. Maximize mind. Can your thoughts make you or break you? And that's where it starts. We have to stop talking to ourselves the way we talk to ourselves. If our friend talked to us that way, or if our spouse talked to us that way, we beat them up, right? But we allow ourselves, no more. So we got to get rid of toxic thinking, right? And that's why I like those prayer scriptures. That's why I like those positive affirmations. We're going to really work on what you're telling yourself. Because actions speak louder than words, right? I see your actions. I know what you're thinking. I just watch. I see where you're at. Nerve supply is very important. We'll talk about that at the end. But nerve supply is the number one cause of sickness and disease and early death is interference in the nerve system. You should ask Christopher Reeves. Wow. Okay, what did Christopher Reeves break? His neck. Did he just have really bad neck pain? No, what shut off?
The nerve.
His organs, his muscles, his emotions, everything. If God forbid, I break my arm, I can still come in and adjust you guys one hand. I still can breathe. My heart's still going to beat. I still can digest my food, right? But I have really bad arm pain. But when you break your spine, or you hurt your spine, or you pinch your spine, it has a disease effect and a killing effect on everything in your body. It makes you brown grass faster than anything else. Okay? Nutrients, right? They can be toxic, and so can food make you or break you? It can. Repeat after me. I will eat real food. Okay? If you can't pronounce it, you don't eat it. We'll talk about that in a minute. Eat real food. Go to a party. Look for real food. If it's made from Costco and it's got ingredients this long, you can't pronounce what's in it, it's not real food. Find real food. Okay? Chicken, close enough. Vegetables, close enough. Salad, close enough, right? Eat real food. Fill up on real food. That's all I want you to start learning. Just eat real food, right? And then exercising. Come on every Saturday, 8:30, come work out with us, right, ladies? And Willie Ovey's here. You get a great workout in. Stop hiring trainers and gym memberships if your workout's not getting you back to green grass. Okay? Our workouts spill over into every aspect of your life. Our workouts make you green grass. Okay? And the last thing, toxicity. Like you said, Jen, if you can't pronounce it, don't eat it. It's not food. And what are you all going to start doing from now on? Eat real food. And how much of the real food are you going to be eating? As much as you want. You need food. Some of you are deficient in nutrients. You've been eating fake food, trying to get healthy in nutrients, and some of it may be in the form of healthy shakes that aren't really healthy shakes. You know, like I drink Ensure. I give my mother-in-law Ensure. That's not food. Okay? So a lot of these things we try to get healthy with really isn't food, and it's not making you healthy. So here's the thing. When you don't eat food, what happens? Well, first of all, you become diseased. So what does your body need to go to brown grass? First thing it needs to brown grass is sugar for fuel. So the majority of your meals are sugar, whether you know it or not. And you don't have to exercise, so that'll make your cells brown grass. That'll make you brown grass. You live in an acidic environment. That means that your toxins, your thoughts, your food takes you out of balance because it's not real food, and it makes you brown grass in an environment. Everybody's into alkaline water and all this other stuff. Well, it works, but we need to change it. So if I have a fish in a fish bowl, and I pour Red Bull in the water, Diet Coke in the water, aspartame, NutraSweet, Splenda in the water, what's going to happen to the fish? It's going to die, right? Now, was it the fish's genes that killed him? Was it because the fish didn't have Blue Cross Blue Shield? Is it because the fish went to the wrong church? No, it was the environment that killed the fish. That's what toxins do. That's what makes it acidic, right? And then you didn't have a right nerve supply telling this body to be healthy. So what we do, as far as getting you from brown grass to green grass, is we want to help you exercise so your body can use oxygen. We're gonna cut sugar out and actually put real sugar in, honey, stevia, okay. And then we're gonna help you. And as you do that, your fish bowl is gonna get cleaned up, so the fish now can breathe. You can live in your environment, and then you get a nerve supply turned back on, and that makes you healthy, makes you green grass. So, what is food now? So we have 5 essentials. Let's just focus on food for right now. Sugar, okay? So, know the harsh facts. The U.S. adult obesity rate is 27% in 2014. It's the highest it's been over 20 years. So, if all that stuff out there that helped you lose weight and stuff was working, why are we getting more obese? Why are we getting more overweight? Why are we getting more brown grass? And when you're brown grass, obesity takes you to dirt. That's the problem with obesity. Not because you're a bad person, because God doesn't love you. It's because the health effects cause all the diseases you don't want.
Because you lose it, and you crave the sugar, so you gain it all back.
Yeah, you lose it the wrong way. It doesn't make you any healthier, right? More than 29 million Americans have diabetes. 1 in 3 are diabetic or pre-diabetic. And again, if they tell you you're pre-diabetic, what are your instructions? What do? Just take a pill or just wait until you're full-blown diabetes, right? Okay?
Yeah.
Well, we don't get on a bandwagon to reverse it, right? The average person gains at least 1 pound over the holiday season. People who are already overweight tend to gain more than a pound. Some up to 7 to 10 pounds over the holidays. Okay? Sometimes people are depressed enough. You watch that scale and it just keeps going the wrong way. Man, it's just not a good thing to have, right? And then lastly, more than 3/4 of Americans say they don't know what nutritional guidance to believe when making or purchasing food decisions. Well, if you're a patient here, help me out. Do I try to do a pretty good job as far as helping you?
You do it great.
You know? Now, whether you'll do it or not, right? But my point is that I try to do a good job, and you do it. You guys are rock stars here. But I try to point in the right direction. So I don't just sit here, figure this out, read it. We take you shopping. We go to Cinzetti's. I teach, so you can it makes it easy, right? So if you're a guest here, or if you're new to the practice, I really try to help you take the guesswork out of everything, so that you can be green grass. So, some of you have seen this slide before. When you were born, okay, think back, way back when you were born, how are your eyes working? How is your heart? Skin, kidneys, joints, lungs, brain, immune system, blood vessels, organs. They're all what? Fine. Working the way they're supposed to, right? So what's happened over the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years to you? What did we do with those gifts of our body? How do we steward them? And so now, if the organs go to brown grass, then that's where diabetes, aging, chronic fatigue come from. That's where it comes from. It's not because of anything out there. It's what's happening in here, okay? If your blood vessels go to brown grass, stenosis, dysfunction, hypertension, arteriosclerosis, immune system, chronic inflammation, autoimmune disorders, lupus, IBD, MS, cancer. So if you have friends with any of these things, say, look, you're brown grass, that's the problem. It's not because you're lacking medication, shots, or surgery. You're brown grass. We need to find the cause of the problem. The brain, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, OCD, ADHD, autism, migraines, trauma, cancer, asthma, COPD, allergies, cancer, joints, rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, kidneys, kidney disease, renal disease, skin aging, sunburn, psoriasis, dermatitis, melanoma, heart, myocardial function, hypertension, ischemia, fibrosis. Again, all these things were perfectly fine before you got out of the womb. And it wasn't anybody else that did this to you. It was because someone gave you the map of California and said, go find Denver. And you didn't know. You didn't think. Okay? You didn't think it would ever happen to you. So inflammation is what a lot of this, in this case, desserts that aren't real food cause inflammation. So if your dessert is sugar-free, which means it has the pink pack or the blue pack or the yellow pack in it, that has a neurotoxic effect, and that causes inflammation. If you eat refined sugar, refined flour, okay, that's going to have an inflammation effect on it. If you have the wrong kind of pasta and grains and things like that, that has an inflammatory effect, right? So over the years, if that becomes now a tradition, then that's where neurological diseases, diabetes, autoimmune diseases, arthritis, pulmonary, Alzheimer's, cardiovascular, cancer, depression, that's where all these things come from. And again, I want you to understand that you can change this by simply eating real food. So if you go to a party and you see real food versus non-real food, and you realize that that bite may be the last bite before the arthritis kicks in, right? I read a book one time. It was all about what was it called? But it was about how no one freaks out about the first Big Mac because no one drops dead after the first Big Mac. But it's the 1,000th Big Mac that really matters. Okay? So no one really gets in great shape after the first workout. It's the